Hello, everyone. I'm Jerry. I just graduated from MIT Sloan this past June, and now I'm a postdoc with Juliana and Nate. So today I'm going to talk about human favoritism, not AI aversion, people's perception and bias toward generative AI, human experts, and human generative AI collaboration in persuasive content generation. So large language models are revolutionizing human AI interaction, and ChatGPT-4 is widely available to help generate creative content. So while some past studies have focused on the supply side of the market, which means that they show that generative AI can help increase the productivity of labor, I like to focus on the demand side, namely how do consumers perceive the quality of content generated by professional content creators, in this case, human experts and generative AI. So some highlights of my study. So first, this study has great external validity. So I actually recruited professional consultants from one of the world's leading consulting firms to generate advertising content for products and persuasive content for campaigns. So imagine that if I'm the one who generated this content and I show that GPT is better than me, it doesn't really matter because nobody's gonna read my advertisement. And second, and probably more theoretically relevant, I propose a robust design to examine consumer bias and answer the question proposed by Carey in one of his papers, whether it's human favoritism or algorithm or AI aversion. So before I do any pre-registered experiments with the subjects, so how do I generate the stimuli? So first, I get the content generated by ChatGPT-4 alone. And there are four paradigms in for my stimuli. So first, it's just ChatGPT generating the content. And then second, it's content generated by individual human experts, in this case, the professional consultants who do this for a living. And then third, I also have the content generated by augmented human expert. In this case, human experts are given the content generated by ChatGPT-4, which they may use as inspiration to generate their own content. And similarly, I also have the augmented AI condition. So these are the four types of paradigms I use to generate the stimuli for the subjects. Then this is all pre-registered, and all my data will be published when the paper is published. So yes to open science. And then this is my research design. So first, in the baseline condition, I simply ask MTurkers to evaluate the content quality without knowing anything about the content generation paradigms. So it's just the content. Please tell me how much so if you're a seller, how much are you willing to pay for it? How satisfied are you with the content, and how persuaded or how interested are you in this content? So it's subjective evaluation across different variables. And then second, I have the full information condition in which the MTurkers evaluate the content knowing exactly under which paradigm each piece of content is created. And then third, it's a highlight of my design, which is the partial information condition. So the MTurkers evaluate the content quality with contextual knowledge about the four paradigms, but when they see the content, they do not know exactly under which paradigm each piece of content is created. This is actually one important design that I have, and I will explain why later. So here are my main results. So first, across three measures of quality, we find that consumers perceive content generated by AI or augmented AI as higher quality. So this is true regardless of knowledge about who created content. People think that generative AI is very competent in this task context. And then second, I actually have evidence for human favoritism, but not AI aversion. So what do I mean in this case? So same content. If I tell you that this content is generated by AI, people think, well, there's no change in perception of how good the content is. But for the same human-generated content, I tell subjects, hey, this is generated by this is generated by a professional consultant. People actually like it better. It's the same content. Knowing that it's created by human, people like it better. But it's not. Just given these results, it's not solid evidence for human favoritism because people will say, well, it's probably generated by some kind of framing effect. I know that it's created by human experts. So it's the effect about experts, not about human. So that's why the partial information condition is very important, because if it's purely because of the expert effect, and in the partial information condition, people actually know that these contents are definitely generated by these experts, except they don't know that it's human or AI. So in my case, the effect is the human favoritism only happens when people know exactly this piece of content is created by human. That's where they have the perception change or this favoritism. So why is this result important. So from a theoretical standpoint, I answered the question proposed by Carrie in this generative AI context. So there's no AI aversion with generative AI as opposed to a lot of literature on algorithm aversion done by predictive AI. So for example, if you think about Noah Costello's work on contextual moderator for algorithm aversion, so people prefer AI in objective context and prefer human in subjective context. And in this case, this creative content generation is obviously subjective. But it's not that Costello's work is not robust. I actually have another paper that conceptually replicated a lot of work on algorithm aversion, including Noah Costello's work. So what I'm saying here is that there is something special about generative AI, that conventional theories proposed in the context of predictive AI just doesn't seem to apply here. So there's something special about generative AI that, although like what's special about it, I haven't figured out, but some conventional theory doesn't apply. And then second, there's value to human in the loop because of there exists human favoritism. And then thank you. That's a quick summary of this result of my research. And then here's a link to the full paper. Thank you so much.